Who is it?
Hey,
Vinny!
dude, are you there?
Hey, what's up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude, I
man?
don't have a scary story, man.
I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll
Brandon.
come after your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits. People.
Put page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you'd like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot of...
That is what you did. Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of the Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of moon. Third phase of moon.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
All right. Welcome to Goof on, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Saturday for the UK on Halloween Eve, October 30th, 2021. So how the heck are you? COVID. Yes. We had to start the show an hour late. Because sleep got in the way. Yeah, it happens every now and then, I'll just knock right out, even after I've been up for a little bit. Just go right back to sleep. I have no reason. Maybe because I only slept 3 hours and then I needed more sleep. Maybe that's why. So I wanted to do this show today and have like a Halloween theme and, do all that, which is why you see the thumbnail the way it is. And then I see somebody doing a report about something that I thought would be interesting to talk about, but I would had to have spent an hour and a half, give or take, listening and taking notes, and I didn't have time. So I had about 30 minutes to get the show ready, believe it or not. So I extended the time and gave myself a little bit more. And then I realized that I had to eat, and it was just a whole one thing after another. These afternoon shows are great, but I usually sleep till 2 o'clock now. So I may have to push it to 4. I don't know. Because I can't turn this schedule around. I am trying my hardest to get to sleep by 3 a.m. I know you think that's like late, but I usually go to sleep at 6 a.m. So I think I'm going to change it tonight. Tonight will be the night where, because all you have to do is sleep 8 hours. Like if I go to bed tonight at midnight and wake up at 8 a.m., I just turned it around. It only takes that long. It's kind of like jet lag. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I feel like I have jet lag. So, we'll still do the show. We'll still get it on. Nobody will know any better. I mean, I didn't even need to tell you that. You wouldn't have even known. But I am transparent. I am an open book. I like to let you know why there's flaws in the show, why I'm looking for stuff, and, why I look the way I do right now. So let's get things going. Tonight we're going to, originally I was like, all right, we're going to call everybody in the United States with the name Michael Myers from Halloween. Remember the movie? Jamie Lee Curtis, and then they had 8 after that, 7 I think. Man, they even came out with a new one this year with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, it's so silly. Silly. So tomorrow is Halloween. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. The Michael Myers thing. There's going to be a special show tomorrow for Halloween. I'm going to try. Most likely there will be. And I was thinking, check this out, that we do it tonight at midnight. But then I'd never sleep. Because at midnight, right, it would be Halloween. That's the right time to do it at midnight. If you do it at midnight on October 31st, it's not October 31st. It's November 1st. Actually, the best time to do any ghost hunting in the middle of October 31st on Halloween is noon. But I digest. It's not digest. I remember I said that once, and 3 people in a comment section were like, did he just say digest? Ha ha ha, what an idiot. I love people.
Like I'm made of paper.
Then, Kakovi. I want to talk about coincidences, good luck, bad luck, and black cats, curses. How does that factor into ufology? It really doesn't, does it? It really doesn't. All right, we'll figure it out. I've got some things. We've got Twitter. We've got a bunch of other things to go over. So I don't know. This show may only be an hour. It may only be an hour. Sorry, UK. I mean, some nights I just can't go the full 2. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Roll call. Barry White, welcome to the show. You did the right thing by saying that too. Killball, welcome to the show. Fred Depp, welcome to the show. Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Hellfire Studios, unidentified S4. Hello, Alien Girl, says Denbub, welcome to the show. Easy 21 with a $5 super chat says I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie. That's a $5 super chat to kick off the show. That's right. And that is a really good one. It is. Here, let's get this going up for you. Really appreciate it. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On. There's nothing like getting super chat, super sticker to keep Goof On alive. That's how we go every night. It's because of your support. It's because of your love for Goof On and his 10 kids. 11 kids. 11, It's a lot of kids. You get a lot of kids. I got 11 of them. You understand? All right.
Anybody seen Richie?
Oh, jeez. Shut up. Don't say a freaking word.
I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Don't say shh. He's going. Okay, he's going. That was a close one. A continuing supporter for Goof On. Easy 21 with a special request answered and delivered. Grazie, mucho gusto, grazie nomos. Carl Duke, where'd you go? How'd that move? Carl Duke, welcome to the show. Helen Crystal Energy, welcome to the show. Ghost Rider, welcome to the show. Alien Girl, Uno One Uno, welcome to the show. XTVX, welcome to the show. Mind Blown Over, UAPs, welcome to the show. Justin, welcome to the show. Stan the Man Stasiak, ow, welcome to the show. Ow, it didn't even hurt you. Stavro, welcome to the show. One of my favorite names, by the way. Mr. Big Feet, what do you say? How do you be? Welcome to the show. Aaron Caputo, welcome to the show. Andy Cowley, welcome to the show. We're running out of time. 10 seconds. 10 bub. I did it. I've never had 10 seconds. Fred, no, I already did it. Complaisir, welcome to the show. Samantha Morris, welcome to the show. I believe we'll see who's coming in the front door. Hey, Shane Rodriguez is here. What's up, Chief? Welcome to the show. 3, Tacey Hale, welcome to the show. 2, Bungie00. Welcome to the show. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, I got Miss Jamie snuck in. Thank you. Alfie Joe Bob snuck in. I saw a few people sneak in. Lee Guy did. Thanks, guys. Shell Bell? Welcome to the show. Light Sky. Welcome to the show. All right. Now I don't know what just happened. I'm getting itchy. I felt like something just snapped. I felt like a piece of skin snapped. You know, like a big piece. Like a 2-footer. What am I seeing here that looks weird? Mike Johnson with his infamous $7 super chat. Thanks for all the work you do, Reesh. Well, you're welcome. I don't know, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, tomorrow's going to be interesting. Make sure you check in, whether it be live or not. But the next show I do, you'll see. I appreciate it. Mike Johnson, a continuing supporter of Goof on. We'll give you one of these and a guj. Mucho gusto, generoso Mike Johnson. So, grazie. Grazie. Mucho grazie. I thought I got... Yeah? All right. What else? Did I miss one? No, I didn't. Easy E. I'm going to keep coming back till somebody remembers. See him. Anybody see Richie? Huh? I'm going to keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie. Is that how it goes?
Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
I didn't even have... It was all part of the... Yeah, that time I knew he was coming in, because, you know... I know. I know what you're thinking. Let's get the show on the road. I'm thinking it too. So what are you going to do tomorrow for Halloween? Hey, Scottish Allen, Mr. Mouse, what's up? Welcome to the show. Almost Halloween. All right, let's get this going here. All right, so this is really crazy what's going on with China. All right? Yesterday and the day before, pretty much peppered throughout the week, I spoke about how I think, and now I'm finding other people who feel the same way, that it's China this whole time. It has nothing to do with UFOs. They're trying to bring a disinfo campaign saying it's UFOs, because that's what Richard Doty did to that one guy. I can't, oh God, I just had his name. But Richard Doty may have driven this guy crazy by telling him he saw UFOs when he really didn't. But if they tell us that they think they're seeing UFOs, that's supposed to do something to our mind So like, if you were walking, I'm going to liken it to this because this is what I think they think we're going to do, right? They think we're going to walk into the forest, see a bear, get so excited, and then it turns into Bigfoot. You know what I mean? You ever hear that? Your adrenaline's going so much that it's really a bear you saw and you didn't see Bigfoot. I gotta tell you, I've been scared probably a dozen times throughout my whole life. Right? Every 4 years or so, right? Don't you feel like you have something that really, even if it's just watching a video. But I've never once seen anything change its appearance, like a shapeshifter. But apparently that can happen. Right? That's what they think happens when you're being abducted. They think you're not abducted by aliens, but you're abducted by something or someone. But because of the way our culture is, people see aliens. They think that psychologically we get messed up for those 2 seconds. It's not a human, it's an alien. I'm so scared. Oh, I thought I saw a human. Oh my God. Come on, man. Sir, you saw a bear. Johnny, I didn't see a bear. I saw Bigfoot. He kind of looked like you, but a lot hairier. Watch it. I know what I saw. Look, you got overly excited, possibly a little scared. It happens. That's what the brain does. No, it does not. And I know some people are going to say, yeah, it does. And if it does, yeah, I should have looked into it by now. Why haven't I? How would I search that? Does adrenaline cause you to see Bigfoot? Is that how you do it? Can adrenaline cause you to hallucinate? That's what it is. Wait, it's not can adrenaline. It's like being scared. Let's see. I'm doing it with one hand. It's not that easy. Stress, that's the word I was looking for, can exacerbate the symptoms of psychotic, mood, anxiety, and trauma disorders. And when these disorders are at a severe level, like you just can't take it and you're like, I'm so scared, I'm going to die. That's when the risk of psychosis is heightened. So in a way, stress can indirectly cause hallucinations. Can fear make you hallucinate? This is fantastic right on the Halloween Eve of all days. Can fear make you hallucinate? Fact checked. Oh, we got the fact checkers, you know, those geniuses. In many ways, intense anxiety can cause the feeling of going crazy, as though you are losing touch with reality. Sometimes this has nothing more than a feeling or thought. Other times this is caused by additional anxiety symptoms that resemble those of true psychosis. One such symptom is hallucinations. That goes all over crazy people. You know what I mean? Ma! Crazy balls! Quick! So apparently, man, I think that's a bunch of malarkey. I really don't buy it. I've been at death's door, and I have yet to see anything turn into something else. It's not fair. It's like, how do you, there's no way to do that scientific study, right? Well, I believe in some people, it's a building up of stress and anxiety. and then maybe stepping outside into the backyard to throw the trash away, and you look right and you see a bear, but it's Bigfoot. How do you how do you replicate that to get real scientific data? Well, we can only go by stories of people who said they thought they saw Bigfoot. So you're just assuming, well, how come people in the ocean, when they go into the ocean and they see a shark, that it doesn't turn into Wolverine? Come on, man. There's got to be scary scuba divers that were under the, well, obviously in the water. Well, how about those who said they saw a mermaid? There's a good costume for Halloween. Try hopping around in that fishtail. Forget about it. Forget, you'd be beaten up. You beat yourself up all the way around. Hey, Lee from First Floor Audio. What's up, man? Elena Ianu. Welcome to the show, everybody. Shawnee002. Madam Two Swords. Que pasta, huh? Good for you to show here. It's a good day. It's a good show. Yeah, strong fear of death causing out-of-body experience which misidentifies hallucination and government throw everything at you to discredit what they are trying to hide. Ski 87. Welcome to the show. Good point. But Bigfoot? Come on. You don't need to discredit people over Bigfoot. Do you? You don't have to. Nah, Bigfoot. Man, now you got me talking Bigfoot. I don't want to talk about the Bigfoot, Bigfology. I do. I could talk about Bigfoot every show. I could. Except it would be saying the same thing every show. There's knocking on trees. They knock stuff over in a triangular kind of five-sided triangle thing there to make it like a, make a left here. They put signs up everywhere. One time we put up an apple cove there and they ate all the apples. Couldn't have been any deer or antelope playing around out there. No, Rich. It was Bigfoot. Oh, well, forgive me. So China has this hypersonic missile. And I just found out through the communications with B. Baker sending me an email, which got me a little bit, I felt a little bit scared when I read it. But I didn't see a Tic Tac. I still saw the missile. I was a little scared. Maybe I wasn't scared enough. China has performed, check this out, hundreds of hypersonic weapons tests. Guess how many we did? The U.S. You'll be surprised. 9. We're foobarred. Well, I know. They could have had hundreds? And we've only done 9. So for every one we do, they do 100, basically. It could be 60. What are you guys crazy? See, I see lips and gums. I don't see dental wear right here. Oh, that's a pretty good looking set of teeth right there, man. Look at all those posts and stuff. Nothing like a clean, hygienic mouth. What is this? China's growing military prowess is stunning, and its advancement in the area of hypersonic missiles is a matter of grave concern, a top U.S. general said on Thursday. In the last 5 years, maybe longer, the U.S. has done 9 Hopper? Hey, Dennis Hopper's here, everybody. The United States has done 9 hypersonic tests in the same time. The Chinese have done hundreds. That's what Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff's General Hein said. Single digits versus hundreds is not a good place. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not moving fast in the development process of hypersonics. What it does tell you is that our approach to development is fundamentally different. You mean slower? Just say it. We take our time. We're trying to figure it out just a little slower. We like to do things not in quantity, but in quality, because that's job one. A message from you. Unbelievable, right? The pace they're moving and the trajectory they're on will surpass Russia and the United States if we don't do something to change it, he said, adding that every element built by China is to challenge the U.S. and its allies. Challenge? What? Ma, I need UFO balls now! You might want to call those UFO balls Tic Tacs, but we're getting our defenses ready here. This is unbelievable. That can't be. Why does everything have to be about war? Why do they have to have missiles of mass destruction? I don't get it. Seriously? You would rather ruin the planet than reap the rewards of all your monetary gains? Life's about who dies with the most toys, not the least, China. Shell bell! Was I supposed to say that out loud? Damn it. Hey, good, she says at a 20-pounder straight out of the AU. Isn't it the AU? Thank you very much. And a mucho gusto continuing supporter of the Goof on. So we give you my Miss American Pie. This will be the night. Yeah. This will be the day that I die. Grazie, mucho gusto, generoso. I have to do something different every now and then. It gets old. Thank you, Shell Bell. That's really super cool. Thank you. My voice is a little tight right now because I woke up just a couple hours ago. Didn't even say anything to anyone. So you welcome to Goof on, everybody, was the first thing I said all day. I'm just starting to break in these vocal cords that are terrible. Terrible, I tell you. I'm all stressed. They're tight. Anyway, enough China. Enough China. It just proves what I said yesterday. I can't... There was something in my teeth. I couldn't get it out. Now it's out. Yeah, it's one of those shows, man. This is a weird one already. I'm not liking this one. Should we just end it? Maybe we should just end it. Nah, when it's not smooth, I just feel like it's time. I can feel I'm weak in the throat. All right, I'm going to push a little more. Remember that one night when I read? And I read for 40 minutes? Something like that? And I never thought I'd get through after the first 5 minutes? Still never done that before. Never do it again. All right. So, being that it's that time of the year, Halloween, ghouls, gores, and scares, everybody. There's an Oxford doctor who claims aliens are living among us and breeding with humans. Humans. Stupid I am. This comes from Area 503. We can share each other's videos with full permission. No need to ask. Right, Manny? Ma? Manny? Huh? Manny balls? Here we go. In 4, 3. What happened to the screen? 2. Shelly's still up there? 1. Get that out of there. Egg.
Hello out there, everybody. Manny here at Area 503. And I hope you all have been well since our last video. Today I want to talk a little bit about the recent claims made by an Oxford doctor that state he believes aliens are interbreeding with humans to create a new hybrid species that will save our planet. Check out this article I found on the New York Post's webpage dated April 27th. I will link to the full article in the description so you can go and check the whole thing out for yourself. The title reads, Oxford professor believes alien-human hybrid species will save Earth. The Oxford doctor that they're referring to is this man, Dr. Young-Hae Chi. Now, right off the bat, the article starts with a jab at Dr. Young's credibility by stating, the search for signs of intelligent life in the universe may have to skip Oxford University. It then continues by stating, a spacey professor at the austere British institution claims bug-like aliens walk among us, and says they're having very close encounters with humans, interbreeding to create a new hybrid species that could one day save Earth from climate change and other disasters. The doctor claims that these aliens share the biosphere with us, and that they are not helping us out of a sense of altruism, but rather out of a sense of self-preservation. And he even wrote a book about the topic titled Alien Visitations and the End of Humanity. The doctor claims that these aliens are revealing themselves now because of the threat of nuclear weapons and climate change. The doctor says, judging by the way the ETs are acting, they have a better view of our future. Perhaps it is pointing to a pessimistic future. It may be more or less assumed that the hybrid project is a response to this impending demise of human civilization, the doctor further said.
What? It may be more or less assumed that the hybrid project is a response to this impending demise of human civilization. I think that's Chi said in a 2012 lecture where he first introduced the possibility of the hybrid race. Well, when is that going to happen? You understand? Huh? I say, when is it going to happen? If that was back in 2012, what are they going to do? Why wait? Aliens aren't trying to kill us. If they're even here at all. Because remember, high stress and fear can cause all of us to hallucinate. Capiche? It's a one capiche show. You know where it's going from there.
He also claims that there are 4 types of aliens living amongst us. Small.
Hey, that's what I heard. There were 4 of them. All right.
Tall and bold. Aliens with scales and snake eyes. And finally, insect-like.
Yeah, they had eyes like a dice, like die.
The doctor claims that the insects rank the highest on the totem pole and boss around the others. And he also
because praying mantises look smart. That's why, Ma. That's why, because praying mantises look smart, those lizard bastards. Those bastards!
Also claims that they didn't originate very far from us, and that despite their primitive appearance, these ETs are highly intelligent, as are their human offspring, and therefore are the only creatures smart enough to tackle planetary problems such as climate change and nuclear disaster.
What's going on?
What just happened? I hit 3 things by accident.
Which begs the obvious question, why do they even...
Climate change? Hoorah! You see how it gets politicized? Do you see what I mean? Every time something political happens in an article, it's unnecessary. You think seriously that these aliens are like, no, we can't go to planet Earth because, climate change. Stupid. Oh, God, I think it's stupid. I do. I don't think that's a smart thing to say. Right? I mean, come on, man. But why fuss with us humans? We humans. The humans. That gush.
Even need us if they're that smart. The Doctor has three theories. Either they find human DNA valuable for preserving their species, or they want to create a species that can survive future climate calamities, or they are trying to produce an intelligent future leader.
Yeah, we got to get those humans that can survive climate calamities. Not disasters. Calamities. It's much worse.
In closing, the Doctor states,
a calamity is much worse than a disaster. Calamity is like as bad as it gets.
That he's searching everywhere under the sun to support his theory, but he still needs more evidence to support his view.
Oh, that was beautiful. So we need aliens that can survive future climate calamities, or they are trying to produce an intelligent future leader. Yeah, like John Connor, huh? We need somebody like John. We need John Connor. Get me John Connor, you bastard. I got an itch I got to scratch. This is unbelievable to me, the way people write. I mean, this isn't Area 503. He's just talking about it. This is the Oxford Doctor. Who is that Oxford Doctor, you ask? I don't know. Who is it? Dr. Young Hae Chi, who is a Korean instructor at Oxford's Oriental Institute. That's OOI. Oi! Dr. Young Hae Chi, who works at Hoi. The doctor claims that multiple alien beings are living on Earth with us, and that one race is even interbreeding with human beings to create a super hybrid. We are always looking for tips on new unexplained phenomena. All right, let's get back to it. This is good.
The story was also covered by other news agencies.
Hey, Felicia.
The Evening Standard, The Sun UK,
exactly, Bungie,
Daily Mail, and News Hub all covered this story as well. And I will put links to those articles in the description as well. So if you guys want to go check those out.
How come, look, this has nothing to do with me being anything but pointing out something obvious. And we're going to remember this next time. I don't even want to say it. If I say it, some people may think it's inappropriate. It's nothing sexual, no. I'm going to skip it for now. I'm going to skip it.
After watching this, go ahead. Now I gotta tell y'all, I'm pretty skeptical of what this guy's saying, just because his claims are so outlandish, but I am trying to keep an open mind until I see all of the evidence for myself. So let's find out who this doctor is. According to the Oxford webpage, Dr. Young Hae Chi
got his, let me read it here. He got his degree at Arizona State University online. But no, wait, hold on. Oh, that was something else. Okay.
Is an instructor in Korean at the Oriental Institute located at Regents Park College. His research interests are in instructional technique in the acquisition of modern languages, Christianity in Korean religious culture, dialogue between ethics, politics, and Christianity, North Korean refugee problems, and the role of NGOs. His current projects are the comparison of regional dialects in North Korea and the change of language habit in the case of North Korean refugees, and the adaptability of UK education.
I had a cough, so I had to mute. Andy Gambino! I chuckled when I read this. For the £5 super chat, Rich, a calamity in my mind is when, for instance, someone falls backwards over a beer barrel while carrying a full tray of beers. That, sir, is the worst calamity for beer drinkers on the planet. That is a calamity. It's as worse as it gets. And that's a $5 5-pounder. Goes right into the kitty. grazie. A continuing supporter è Goofan and the Gambino with a, how you say, £5. You got your... Okay, why can't... Thank you very much, Andy. I don't know what I was just trying to do. Thank you, man. Mucho gusto, generoso. Gambino-san. Why, Mr. Big Feet asks, why can't we get speeds like comets? Oumuamua came in from another system and has left. I think Galileo still hasn't left our solar system yet. Why don't they hook a ride on one that has gravity? You want to know? Just to take what you said, and that's a good question. But I want to go off onto something that you may like. We have now just sent out, I think they sent out the first test of asteroid interceptor weapons. I came out horribly, right? But I think they just sent them out to a couple of asteroids out there and then want to see if they could, somehow either move them or blow them up. Interesting. But to hook up to one, hey, we've landed on an asteroid, I think twice. That was so cool. Oh, do you remember the first asteroid that we landed on and it had two different globes connected? That looks like the rubber duck Homeland Security UFO. Very similar shape. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. Just, you know it is. You know it does. It is. But we can definitely, Mr. Big Feet, connect to one of those comets, or I don't know about a comet, because we'd have to hook up way before it starts burning a tail, right? Because that's when it starts to get near the sun and starts to chip away, melt away, or whatever, disintegrate. I don't know, getting in that debris tail would be smart. But I guess you could just hook on to the front of it. I don't know. God, that'd be great, though. I think some of those comets are going like, what is it? 128,000 miles an hour? Not 186,000 miles a second. Not the speed of light. I wouldn't mind getting on a hypersonic jet and going from Florida now and get to Hawaii in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's how long it takes somebody to shave their face. No? The thing about traveling in space that scares me beyond everything. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are so many little microscopic or very tiny pieces of dust and rock and all sorts of stuff in space that, don't you think they would need a shield if we were to go out interstellarly? Hell, I'm surprised it's not happening in our own solar system. How we can go to the moon and back and think, well, there's no rocks on the way there. We didn't even have the technology to find that stuff in. I don't think we did. It's scary. But this doctor, right, thinks there's 4 species of aliens. Does he ever tell us where they come from? This is scary. I think this guy has a lot of stress in his life, high level. He's not only seeing one alien species that's really a human, but he's at such a high level of stress with work and family and, trying to please mom and dad with the career there. Oh no, that's not stereotypical at all. Is he not a doctor?
educated Korean children
that he's got so much stress he can't handle it. So he created 4. And I wonder, oh yes, I wonder if there are demons. We'll talk about that right after this guy.
to the contemporary culture and the school system of South Korea.
Demons.
He teaches courses in Korean for non-specialists, advanced Korean reading for Master of Studies and other research students, non-intensive Korean, and finally, Korean for social science. It sure looks to me like the doctor has a lot of credentials in the linguistics and social arenas, but I'm not quite sure what he's doing talking about aliens and breeding. This is confusing. I did find a piece where the doctor was speaking at a conference back in 2012 about alien abductions and cross-hybridization. Let's take a look at a few of those clips.
Well, the main thing I want to say is perhaps human civilization is coming to an end. I said perhaps. There's nothing certain really in this area. He made 2 arguments, very important arguments in relation to alien abduction. The first one is the primary purpose of abduction is to produce hybrids, human-alien hybrids.
He's got David Jacobs? For real? The Bible does not mention demons? I don't know, Mr. Pope. I never read the Bible front to back. Hey, I know that UFO sighting in your profile picture there. Why do I know that one?
And the second one is the primary purpose of this hybrid project is to colonize the Earth. Aliens produce hybrids not only between themselves and humans, but also between these alien-human hybrids and human. These second-generation hybrids look quite similar to humans, and it is quite difficult to distinguish them from ordinary humans. Some of the second-generation hybrids behave quite nastily, so they are likely to be fitting for some nasty purpose. Abductees have their ovum or sperm routinely extracted, and they are also often involved in sexually oriented actions with aliens or even with other human abductees on board under the influence of mind control by aliens.
Mind control. Sexual interactions. Hybridization. 4 different species of aliens with the insectoids being the smartest, probably because they have the biggest heads. You got everything with this guy over here. He's got a whole plethora of things for you to imaginate from. That's right, I said imaginate. I don't know, I felt right. Unbelievable. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that was happening. Whoa. Oh, man. Wow. I felt that in my stomach. Hey. Hellfire. Careful with those words. Come on, man. There we go. If I got to do it, I don't know why I'm doing it. Anything that has that kind of talk or Brandon, you can't be doing it. Because the algorithm is looking for it. And that means you're purposely trying to hurt me after me telling people 50 times, no code talk, no Brandon talk. We can't really talk at all anymore. It's not your fault. I'm just saying, I don't usually say anything, but I know you could take it. It's not calling you out. Don't get mad. Come on. It's all jokes. Half jokes. All right. I got pulled into another topic. I guess we were done with that one. Ghosts. We talk about them periodically here, ghosts and spirits, but typically around this time of the year, people like to overuse their ghosts and spirit talk. They like to delve into it, but what do you really learn? I don't know. I don't know what you listen to. But the English word ghost, meaning the spirit of a person who has died, is derived from a Germanic word, though the concept of dead person's soul or spirit returning to the world of the living has existed for millennia and appears in all cultures around the globe. Amazingly, despite geographic distance and religious differences, ghost lore in most cultures is very, very similar. Most beliefs center around ghosts haunting the living in order to settle the deceased's unfinished business or to exact vengeance. In addition, in many cultures, the failure to properly bury a corpse risks angering the dead person's spirit, who might return to haunt the living. These beliefs have contributed to a rich literary tradition of ghost stories that has heavily influenced contemporary American ideas about the paranormal. Stories as old as time, people living in ancient Mesopotamia, a region in the Middle East consisting of parts of modern-day Kuwait, Turkey, Iraq, and Syria, and one of the earliest cradles of civilization, believed that upon death, humans moved on to Kala, an underground cavern where the spirits of the dead existed for all eternity. These spirits, known as Gidim, G-I-D-I-M, expected their living relatives to periodically offer sacrifices of food or drink to ease their suffering. There was nothing to eat or drink in Urkila but dust. Living people who failed to make these offerings risked angering the Gidim, who might then retaliate by cursing the living with illness or bad luck. Luck. That's the first word of the night. Ancient Egyptians believed that human souls were made up of 5 elements, 2 of which, Ba, personality and symbolized by a bird with a human head, and Ka, spirit or life force, joined at the time of death to become Ak, A-K-H, a spirit that was sometimes granted the ability to temporarily assume physical form and return to the world of the living. Usually the Ak came back to avenge some wrong committed against the deceased. So they get revenge on those who possibly took them out. That's what AKH did. Akka. Akka. Such as failure to perform the proper burial rites, and the haunted person would have to beg the Ak for forgiveness. I think I had to do that recently to get the spirit off my back. I did. The ancient Greeks, COVID, believed that when someone died, his or her soul, which mirrored the person's physical appearance at the time of death. So it's not what Sylvia Brown says, where everybody who dies goes to heaven and is 33 years old. 30? Give or take. God, she was a handsome woman, wasn't she? Sylvia Brown. Linda Moulton Howe, too. Handsome woman. So you mirrored the person's physical appearance at the time of their death. So if you're 90, you die and you're... They emerged from the body and began the journey to the underworld. Like Urkala, their realm of the afterlife, sometimes called Hades, after the Greek god of dead, was usually depicted as a dark underground place. Here, the souls of the dead simply existed for eternity, though in rare instances, the living could communicate with the souls of the dead. For instance, in Book 23 of the epic poem The Iliad, Achilles is visited in a dream by the ghost of his former comrade in arms, Patroclus, Patroclus, who asks the hero to burn his body and bury his bones so he can journey to the realm of the dead. A similar event takes place in Book 11 of Homer's Odyssey. Here the hero's I can't read these names. Here the hero Odysseus is able to summon the spirits of the dead by offering sacrifices. These spirits are able to see the future, though their restlessness, like those of the Auk, is usually related to improper burial. Odysseus's former comrade, Elpenor, begs the hero to ensure that his body is properly buried. Jesus! You worry about your body being buried properly? You're dead! Move on. See, this is why I don't think people are getting smarter. I think they're getting dumber. They had ghosts in Rome. There were hungry ghosts. Hungry eyes. Remember that? You got the feeling for me. Hungry eyes. And they all get up to the hungry. Ancient belief in ghosts. This is the hungry ghosts. Ancient belief in ghosts was not limited to Western cultures. Some of the oldest known stories in China involved the spirits of dead people returning to haunt the living. As with the Egyptians and Greeks, many ancient Asian cultures believe that failing to properly bury a corpse. Why do we have to properly bury? We could just throw him in a pit. That's disrespecting the person that you once loved. Come on, they don't need it anymore. Burn it. I don't want to be eaten by worms. All right, I don't want to be worm food. I don't want to give back. All right, I'll give back. You could have my body. So if you failing to properly bury a corpse, risk the deceased spirit returning to haunt the living. Buddhism, which emerged in India between the 5th and 4th centuries BCE and sped through Eastern Asia, reinforced the belief in ghosts in China. In the ancient Sanskrit language of Preta, usually translated as hungry ghost, is the spirit of the dead person who has not been reincarnated, usually due to excessive materialism in life. So you can't be reincarnated if you had too many things. Hey, what kind of world are we living in? Why do people have these beliefs? Hey, if you're happy with what you got, fine. If you need everything in your life and that makes you happy, who cares? If you'd rather have nothing, no bills, really hardly any, just the minimal amount, and you're happy, who cares? Why go through all this after you're dead? My mother told me something about death. And I said, it must be a horrible place. She said, no, it's not actually. Death can be quite pleasant. You get anything you want just by asking for it. And you get unconditional love. What's unconditional love? It's where somebody loves you without you having to love them. You mean like Chippy? Yes, like the dog. Because Chippy loves me no matter what, right, Ma? That's unconditional love. I could bop him on the head with the G.I. Joe and he still loves me, right? That's unconditional love. So what do I care when I'm dead? Richie, I don't know. All I know is whatever makes you happy in real life, that's all that matters. Because once you're dead, you're not coming back. I won't come back to this life. I won't be able to play with my toys. No. Because when you die, you can do anything you want. Do you know why? That's why nobody comes back. Once you're dead, you're dead. Oh, it's that great? Yes, death is that great. You can make it anything you want to be. So I live this way of life. for a while. About 6-7 years later, I went to my, this is what Catholics do. They go to a CCD class. And I asked the teacher, the nun, forgive me. And I said, hey, nun, sister, why don't people come back from death? Isn't it because their brain is dead? It's not because that they want to stay dead. They just can't come back, right? Well, what would you like heaven to be like? I actually said this, and I said, 10 to 12 girls with me all the time. Everybody chuckled. I said, oh, that was a good one. Because that's what I really wanted at 13. And she says, well, you can have that. And I said, what? I said, even in heaven? Richard, in heaven, you're God's child. Right now, you're God's child. But when you die, you can have anything you want. Heaven will be whatever you want. I said, that's what my mom said when I was 1. Well, your mother remembers hearing the same thing. And that's called indoctrination, Richard. That is in lesson number 1. We indoctrinate. Remember that? It is weird. Nobody comes back from death. Once you're dead, you're dead. Your body's useless to you. That's the only reason you don't come back. If your body was able to stay alive, there's no guarantee that you'll come back either. It depends on how your brain is. There's so many different factors. Why does science have to get involved with ghosts? See, I don't like it. There's ghosts of the Bibles. Well, Bible. Ghost figure prominently in the Judeo-Christian religious tradition as well. There are several mentions of necromancy. It's the practice of communicating with the dead. In the Old Testament, for instance, Deuteronomy 18:9-13 lists necromancy among several abominable practices. Abominable. It's not abs. Prohibited by God. They did not stop King Saul from having the witch of Endor conjure the prophet Samuel's ghost, who accurately forecast that the Hebrews would lose an upcoming battle with the Philistines. The book of Daniel contains the story of Belshazzar, son of the Neo-Babylonian king Nabonidus. I can't read that stuff. It's just not in my language. But you get the point. Medieval haunts. There's haunts all the way. This never ended. Ghosts, spirits, living, dead have always been the same. There's never been any other. There's been nothing like it in history. The belief that when you die, you can still come back and haunt the living. I can't say I don't believe it to an extent. I can't say I don't, because I have seen things that I can't explain. European beliefs head west. There's historic hunts. There's haunted places, paranormal investigators. Yesterday and today. Oh, that'll be a good one. Yesterday and today. Naturally, the millennia-long fascination with ghosts and the many accounts of spectral sightings have inspired people to investigate. It's a new book. In 1862, a group of British men founded the Ghost Club. Generally thought to be the oldest paranormal investigation society, its members included authors Charles Dickens and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Another important organization dedicated to investigating paranormal and psychic phenomena, the Society for Physical Research, SPR, was founded in London in 1882. Several prominent individuals, including British Prime Minister Arthur Balfour and the father of American psychology, William James, have served as the organization's president. The SPR has investigated claims of paranormal and psychic activity using traditional scientific methods and has debunked several fraudulent claims. So they do what I do. One of the SPR's members, Harry Price, became the world's first celebrity paranormal investigator. Price was a member of the Magic Circle, an exclusive British organization of stage magicians, and he used his knowledge of sleight of hand and illusionism to investigate claims of paranormal activity. In 1922, almost 100 years ago, Price and a group of other SPR investigators exposed spirit photographer William Hope as a fraud, and 3 years later demonstrated that medium Maria Silbert used her feet to create what she alleged were sounds of ghosts. Unbelievable, man. This is why you just can't trust anybody. The haunting of Queen Mary. See, I don't like the haunting of boats. I like it a lot, but I think there's too many problems being in the water. You know, water sometimes lapping up against the hull of the ship. You know, all these pipes and stuff that are constantly have pressure on them just to stay upright or connected, constantly readjusting. Yeah, but that one time when Ghost Adventures crew went there and they got voices, remember that? Shane Rodriguez with a $10 PayPal, just throwing it right at me. Thank you very much, Shane Rodriguez. Mucho gusto, generoso, Shane Rodriguez. So it's raining tens, hallelujah, it's raining tens. It's raining tens. Oh, what a dork. But it did. It just did. Thanks, a continuing supporter of Goof On, Shane Rodriguez. Thank you. Mucho gusto, generoso. If you want to watch the rest of the Oxford doctor claiming that aliens are living among us and breeding with humans, you can go to Area 503. The link of this video will be in the description, as are all videos played from YouTube. Now, let's get to 25 unsolved mysteries that cannot be explained. It's a compilation. We'll watch 3 of these because that's all we have time for now, because we can't play 4 hours of this stuff. So we're gonna pick right now a couple of these here. Here's the first one. I'll bring it over. Yeah. Welcome to the pre-Halloween show here on Goof On. We're living it up, aren't we? Everybody having a good time? Are you having a good time? Me neither. I can't speak today. I just don't want this. I can't. I knew I couldn't. I should have left when I had the chance, but I didn't cancel. I wanted to be here for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, Edgush.
Deep is underneath the pole. Very recent evidence has found that there is certain places on Mars which could potentially hold liquid water given the perfect conditions.
Come on! They would have found it.
The reason that ice water is plentiful on Mars, but currently there's no evidence of liquid water, is because Mars's atmosphere is incredibly thin. So as soon as any ice would melt, it would immediately turn to vapor. Back in 2000, someone discovered something strange in a photograph sent back from Mars. The photograph in question has since become known as the Tower.
It's the letter
U. It is used by
U.
people as proof that there are or once were beings living on the Red Planet. At the time when the images was public, many people downloaded it and conducted various tests to try and find out more. What they discovered was this object was massive. Not only that, but it was very consistent with buildings we see here on Earth. This caused some to suggest that what we're looking at is some type of massive building. Those who have carried out measuring techniques suggested that it measures 3.9 miles or 6.3 kilometers. This only caused more confusion, as how could such a massive skyscraper-like object form naturally?
Wow.
To further back up this claim, those who discovered the object point to the massive shadow that can be seen being casted behind it, proving that whatever this is big enough to cause a shadow.
That's like a monolith.
It's important to note as well that this photograph was taken by the Mars Orbiter Surveyor.
Right?
This was launched on the 7th of November 1966.
What?
It had taken years to build this incredible piece of equipment, but it's noted by NASA as being the first successful mission to the Red Planet.
Hold on a second. That's crazy. Remember this? Oh no, hold on. You know, here we go. This is so weird. Remember this, and where are you? 4, 3, 2.
That planted it out in the desert by itself. The news reports in the area have gone ballistic.
In the middle of the southern Utah wilderness, it immediately caught the eye of state officers as they passed overhead.
It was an object so mysterious it compelled them to land. But what on earth is it?
That's what everybody wants to know. What the heck is it? Where did it come from? Who put it there, or what? The fire department and the people that were there still have no idea exactly what this is.
Hello?
These guys aren't exactly ancient astronaut theorists trying to figure it all out. They're just state workers trying to do a job, but they definitely found something that appears to be out of this world.
Is this object, this monolith, out of this world? Well, from what we're trying to find out from land management, I was able to get somebody on the phone out of Utah, a fireman. Picks up the phone, listen up.
Station 1, this is Firefighter Harwood.
Did you hear about this story that kind of broke last night?
You know, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, there's a couple pilots. They're out there in the desert looking for bison or doing some study, and then notice this thing that looks like something straight out of 2001: A Space Odyssey, like this, you know, still monolith in the middle of the desert.
It's probably aliens.
Again, we're going to be following up on what this is all about. I'm sure maybe they might not give us an official.
Do you see the turtle right here? The mouth, the nose, the eyes. Turtle rock. It's guarding the monolith. And when they took the monolith away, do you know what happened? Nothing, because it's rocks. I just thought it was fun to go back and look at that time in our lives. That was fun. The monolith was a good time, wasn't it? I loved the monolith, even though we all knew what it wasn't. It was just fun to think about. It's one of those things that'll probably that happens like every 4 to 5 years. The thing that I didn't like about it was the rivets. If we didn't see any rivets, it would have been better. Well, some people were saying, well, why can't aliens use rivets that are exactly like what we use? Come on. Silly. Silly. All right, let's get to one of the next. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Whatever happened? Oh, by the way, there's going to be a video later on for third phase UFO report, and I'm almost done with it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's going to be part 1 tonight and then part 2 on Monday. It's you'll see. You'll see. All right, watch this. Let's go back in time a little bit. Obviously, we have to.
Jobs or being demoted over it. End quote. Interestingly, celebrities that Tom DeLonge have been vocal about UFOs.
All right, that's a little close. Thank you.
Going back a few months ago, Tom DeLonge said the
Thank
following.
you. I don't need to see blackheads.
Everyone will know the reality soon.
I still see a blackhead.
And unfortunately, it's
it
not
looks like
something
a
to be
human
laughed
head.
at. It's pretty unnerving. With some bad news, some good news, and with that in mind, all we can do is deal with it honestly and openly. End quote. Now we may know what he was referring to. It turns out that in a statement by Steve Justice, who is the Chief Operating Officer of To the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences, they say how the organisation got their hands on exotic properties. He said the following about the object. The structures and composition of these materials are not from any known existing military or commercial application.
Come on, we already
They've
know
been
that this
collected
was
from
a
sources
bullshit
with varying
piece.
levels of chain of custody documentation. So we are focusing on
Right?
verifiable.
We already know it's BS. Yeah, the reason the number's low today, because I started an hour later. So those people that normally would be here probably went somewhere else, and they'll figure it out. They may come back or not, I don't know. But that's why it's a little lower. That always happens when I change the time of the show at the last... Well, I didn't do it at the last minute, but... I want to show you something after this. Oh, wow, that was interesting. No, isn't this,
Strange discoveries have been made in the area. These mysterious artifacts were discovered in the region known as Quintana Roo.
These.
There's no other way to describe these artifacts other than they look like extraterrestrials.
So, I heard that all of these little artifacts that we're seeing here, you know how there was, they said they found a ton of them. But they're fake. They're a fake. People sit in there in these little rooms and make these alien artifacts and make them look old. That's the rumor. But they sell them as legitimate, and it's good for tourism, I think. Seriously, I'm not even joking about it. It makes me a little bit sad. So when I get sad, I look for something that makes me a little happy. And I found it! Jackie with a 25-pounder. She says, I'm a flick haggis. Who else is here? I know what flick is. Like movie flicks, right? Movie. What is haggis? Like a hag? Like you just love watching movies, right? That's what that means? Please answer that. Jackie O, a continuing supporter of Goof on. Mucho gusto, generoso. And you get one of these because you're a different country. I have a different... I know it's Indian, but whatever. It is what it is. Mucho gusto, generoso, Jackie. You're not going to tell me, are you? You're not going to tell me. What's a haggis? Am I right? They're fake. Yes, Shawnee, they are fake. Hey, Alien Addict's here. Hey, it didn't change over. Oh, it jumped on me. Okay. Alien Addict, those are fake, right? Could the 11 bell ends turn that? Could the 11 bell ends turn that? What is wrong with me? I don't understand what foreigners are saying. I know what a bell end is, but what do you mean turn that? Could, like, make them, create them? Oh, you mean my bell ends? Oh, that's even funnier now. Okay. Could my 11 children turn that? Make that? Is that what you mean? That's what he means. Alien Addicts here, everybody. Welcome to the show. Shawnee, welcome to the show. Unidentified S4. Did I already say hi? I say it again. Welcome to the show. Hey, Julianne Ferguson, size 88. Welcome to the show. Jackie O, welcome to the show. A continuing supporter of Goof on. Thank you very much. All right. Helen, Crystal, Energy. Haggis is a food in Ireland. Okay.
Possessing
makes
big
more
eyes,
sense.
a large oval head, and just matching the overall shape of the grey alien. This has had social media users convinced that these are the real deal. Because these images were only posted recently though, it's been tough to track down more information about them, who found them and where they're currently being held. Amateur researchers though were obviously excited when these artifacts started to be shared, claiming that it could be the evidence to back up their claims that UFOs have been visiting us for thousands of years. One of the things that people struggle with is trying to track down where these first came from, and who took the images. The stories behind these images usually follows a similar theme.
Oh yeah, they're gonna look exactly like the skull of the alien creature in Alien. And Aliens. And Alien vs. Predator. And Alien vs. Predator 2. You get it. All right. Yeah, I don't really care about this. Yeah, I don't like it. What is this one here? After this, we got some interesting things to talk about. I was going to do it. What is going on with this one? Let's take a look.
Some suggested that the object is an unidentified flying object, while others said it could be a plane. However, some couldn't seem to agree on the shape of the object,
It's an airplane.
with one person saying the object looked like a large cigar, while others said it was far too big to be a plane.
No, airplane.
One person said that going back a while ago there
100,000,000% that's an airplane. For this video, these stills, I would bet my life that that's an airplane. You understand why, right? Most of you probably do, some don't. Because the sun is setting. I don't think it's rising here, but it's setting. So the sun is low and the plane is right here. Can't see it. Yeah, your mother's got 9 lips. I hate that happens. It blocks me out. I want to go around it. So the sun is at an angle and the plane it's still high, but because of the angle, it's still, the rays of the sun are hitting the airplane's contrail and reflecting off of it. And you get to see these beautiful streaks in the sky called contrails, chemtrails, whatever you want to call them. And they look like fireballs. Now, the reason I know for a fact, and I'd bet my life on it, that that's an airplane, because when I was researching back in the day heavily, I bought a lens extension that I was able to magnify like nobody's business. And I was able to see that thing, oh yeah, you can't see it, that this thing that you can't see right here, the airplane, I was able to see it crystal clear. And I was devastated. I thought for sure I was capturing something, coming into the atmosphere. Dorothy Hawkins, a continuing supporter of Goof On, she says, Happy UK Saturday, Rich. Thank you, Dorothy Hawkins. Mucho gusto, generoso. And for that, so we give you these. I did that last time. These. All right. Quick and easy and painless. $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Dorothy Hawkins. Continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. Hawkinso. Yeah. Appreciate it. Oh, and did I already say the PayPal one? Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so where are we? Hey, Zach, I kiss Monsu. Thank you, Dorothy. Ben Phillips, how you doing, guys? Welcome to the show. Barry White, welcome to the show. Sid Vitch, welcome. Hey, John P., welcome to the show. Dorothy, welcome to the show. Oh, I already said that. So, seeing these things isn't just the answer. The answer is within the actual magnification of the camera's extend-a-lens that I bought. Extend-a-lens? Yes. It's exactly... I'm sorry, guys, but, I'm not sorry. That's called doing the right research and understanding that there's not that many fireballs going through our atmosphere. Every day I see these things posted. Here's another one. Every time around at this night, we're seeing these things streaking through the sky. And we must be going through a repetitive area in the sky. All right, here's one that looks interesting. Last one.
Up in the morning, so I know I'm actually shaking.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's
now,
bugs.
These marks have started to appear on my body.
Oh.
I haven't had the marks since I was a child. I don't have a bad or negative feeling about this. I don't.
Okay, so what do you see that should interest you? The tattoo. Right. So this person doesn't mind a little bit of pain to get art on their body. So that's the first thing I think of when I look at this picture.
I think I'm trying to be harmed. I now finally have a name for the hole-like marks I would get randomly. I call them scoop marks.
I literally want to throw up in my mouth. I'm sorry.
I always explain them as holes. I have had one on my inner forearm for the longest time. Now I have this one on my forehead. I used to get 3 small red marks, and they look like blood under the skin. The dots formed a perfect triangle.
For the longest time.
I've had abductions since I was a child, and I'm over it.
Yeah. I was a child, and I got these things, but I never took pictures of them until I got this old. And now I decided I'll take a picture of it and tell you the story of all the other bullshittery that never happened to me either. Thank you very much, Rich. Appreciate your time. Have a nice day, IP Freely. Not buying it. Look, I'll tell you why. If this was such an important thing that happened to this person when they were younger, don't you think they would have gotten documentation of it and set it up so we could see the progression and all the different markings that happened at 14, 16, 25, 30, 42? But no, we get one that looks like he may have been, I don't know, playing with some hot toys. I mean, that could be anything, that mark. And yet we don't see any other pictures to corroborate that story. That's why I don't buy it. Plus they got the tattoo, like a lot of people do. I don't have a tattoo yet. Not that I'm never going to get one. Don't need it. I want to get one tattoo though. I do. I just want to get one of me, but just taller. All right. Let's see. What is this? We've got a lot of mo. Come on, baby. Where are we going? Here we are. Oh, this is actually great, this video. There's so many good things in this. Oh, you see? I'm glad some of you hung out tonight. All of you. Hey, look at that. My video's being recommended to me. Oh! We should try calling Michael Myers once, right? All right, we'll try that in a little bit. We're going to try to call Michael Myers. Doom, doom, doom. See? I'm right over here. It's a pretty good looking thumbnail, I think. I don't know where that white dot came from. That bothered me. I don't know where it came from. I saw it. I just left it up there. I didn't care. All right. This is from James LaFleur from the That Is Impossible channel. And what I'm going to show you are some pretty good videos, actually, for a change. Some of these I'm like, wow. Like, no way. That can't be happening. And then other ones I'm like, wow. That shouldn't happen. Check this out.
Our lives, and it's rare, but it happens. When they do, it's hard for us to forget about it.
This is good.
In Brazil, there are many reports of encounters with creatures and beings that shouldn't exist. They only exist in myths or ancient legends, and sometimes these encounters are captured on camera, and this is exactly what happened with Thiago Reis on a rainy night. This is what he saw.
Pegando fogo na árvore, caralho, que é isso?
This is the greatest video if it's real.
Caralho. Tudo molhado, pegando fogo na árvore lá, ó. Bagulho louco, bagulho tenso, em cima da árvore. Porra. Se não filmar, ninguém acredita.
When going back home from work one evening, Thiago spots a strange light on top of one of the trees. He is completely baffled by what he is seeing, and at first he thought it was just fire caused by a lightning strike because it was raining a few moments before. However, it's when this ball of fire starts moving by its own.
See, if that was if that was a drone, it wouldn't light up that area that bright. That light literally is in between trees, and you can see that the tops of trees, the sides of them, down in front. It looks real. I think it is. Well, you'll see. Something else is going to happen here, and it really is great. But I don't think a drone can illuminate this bright.
That Tiago is sure that what he's seeing isn't of this world.
Louco! Se não filmar, ninguém acredita.
Look at it moving.
Que bagulho louco! Dá até medo de chegar.
Whatever this thing is, it appears to be moving by itself. Tiago keeps recording it, and soon enough it's going to disappear and appear just next to an electrical pole. This is what happens next.
Caraca, o bagulho sumiu. Que é isso?
Pretty crazy.
Ó o bagulho lá. Ó o bagulho lá.
Just as the fiery ball approaches an electrical pole, the lights start going on and off for no apparent reason, as if it's interfering with electricity.
It's not an electrical pole. It's not producing electricity. It is a light post.
I have no idea what this could be, but Tiago Reyes is afraid of getting closer, and I understand why.
Just a stick.
In your opinion, could this be a hoax or is it the real deal? The thing is, the number of strange encounters with unidentified objects that look like fire are huge. There are many stories that are told, and in some of these stories, people went missing and appeared months later without even knowing whatever happened to them. In your opinion, should he... There are many stories that are told, and in some of these stories, people went missing and appeared months later without even knowing whatever happened to them. In your opinion, should he have gone closer to the object, or was it a smart decision to stay away? And what would you do if you were in his place?
I would have driven towards
Now, if there's one scary...
It's a pretty good one, though. Pretty good one. See, this is... Oh, no! Oh, I can't play anymore. Alright. Wasn't that the only one I played, though? This is a 30-minute video. I think I can play this. This one looks pretty good. I think this is the ghost. Yeah, this is a good one.
In New York City, a similar situation
Oh, no,
was
this is
caught
the
on
flood.
camera.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. No big deal. Nothing happens there. Here's the one with the ghost that I like. This one's pretty creepy. Seriously.
Peter caught on video.
Aquí en la casa de mi bisabuela se fue la...
So the kids' grandmother, they live with their grandmother. They're having bad storms or something like that. And she goes out to get candles because the power goes out in their neighborhood, right? So she's out at the store and left the kids home alone. Now, her husband, their grandfather, died, and his ashes are in a urn on the nightstand. And these kids are hearing some weird stuff. But wait until you see what happens.
¿Qué es eso? Se fue la luz y mi mamá y mi abuela se fueron al Oxxo a comprar velas por eso, por lo que pasó de que se fue la luz. Y pues estamos aquí, esas son las... Mi abuelito, espérense. Y esas son las cenizas de mi bisabuelo. Porque...
It's amazing that they learn Spanish at such a young age.
Que pues desgraciadamente él ya falleció. Y el baño está allá. El baño, mi hermano quiere hacer pipí, pero el baño está allá. Y mi abuela nos dijo que cuidáramos. Mi abuela nos dijo que cuidáramos aquí.
Peter and his siblings are afraid of staying there all alone, and maybe for a good reason. At the beginning of the video, we can hear a strange noise coming from the backyard. Moments after, we can see a strange figure moving in the background, and they didn't see it, but they captured it on camera. Soon enough, they're going to find out that they're not all alone.
Man.
There's someone or something there with them. This is what happens next.
Look at it. Oh, that's so weird. The figure goes like this. It doesn't bend or anything, you know, it just like goes boo. All right, watch this.
Pero pues el problema es que aquí no sabemos. Y pues no tengan miedo. no pasa nada. Abuelito, si estás aquí, preséntate con nosotros.
Oh, Jesus.
Si estás aquí, preséntate ante nosotros. Somos tus nietos.
Whoa. Did you see
Peter
that?
and his brothers notice that there's something there in the backyard and they run for their lives.
see what they're
Analyzing
seeing?
the video closely, I believe that this is some sort of creature or maybe a person trying to scare them off. I don't think that this is paranormal activity of any kind. However,
damn it,
I could be wrong. What is your take? What do you think is going on here?
the way that black thing comes at
Your
them.
take. What do you think is going on here?
That part. That is what I've seen here at my house. Last night I saw 2 nights ago. Now I don't know if it's because of lack of sleep or what, but I haven't told you guys anything that's been going on here really. I don't understand it. I can't catch it on video. I'm trying like mad. I'm always late. And every time I pick up the camera, the flashing lights or the noises stop. So when I hear something like footsteps in my kitchen, somebody wearing slippers, I hear it as if they're in my house. And there's only been 2 owners in this house. One lived here for 35 years. She didn't die here. She went to a nursing home. And the people I bought it from were here for 10 years. And neither person died. It could, well, look, on either side of me and across the street, people have died already all around me. But I saw, plain as day, a black image that looked just like what you saw here. It looked just like it. It looked like a cloth. It went from right to left, right in front of me, as I was watching the baseball game, and I saw it. I looked right at it, watch it, and I watched it disappear as if it wasn't there. Now, I can't tell. I didn't feel any cold breeze. There was no noise. I had the fan on, so I couldn't tell if I was feeling anything. Pretty weird. But that's just the beginning. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do, and I hope you come tomorrow for the Halloween special. I'm whipping out the Ouija board to try to make contact with whatever it is. Yeah. And look, nothing will probably happen, but if something does, now I'm not talking like the Ouija board is going to speak to me, but I think what happens with this particular Ouija board is that it may be what Michael Roser said of Dark Hour Paranormal. It may be a portal for things to come through. But I am going to use it tomorrow. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid anymore. I want to do it, and I am. Oh, wow, what is this? There's a UFO abduction with 4 people who witnessed a man being pulled into a UFO. J. Allen Hynek investigated it when it happened. I should have Preston Dennett.
Hello, everyone.
On the show to talk about this. Here it is. I'm going to play it. Since Preston Dennett is part of the third phase of Moon panel, this won't be an issue. Let's take a listen. Isn't Preston Dennett part? He's part of our thing now, right? Yeah. I thought he was.
Abduction. The second case I call Case 2. Filiberto Cardenas.
I remember this one.
This is probably my favorite case of this time.
Oh my God.
And certainly one of the best verified.
Good call, B.
It's
Baker.
very well known in the UFO field. It took place on January 3rd, 1979, when Filiberto Cardenas was driving with his best friend, his wife.
That's his best chimp impersonation. I remember this.
and his best friend's wife. 4 people were in the car driving outside of Hialeah, Florida. At this point, their car mysteriously stalled. So Filiberto and his friend got out, lifted up the hood, and were examining the engine. And at this point, they both heard a very loud buzzing noise coming from overhead. And meanwhile, in the car, their 2 wives could see a large black object hovering over the men, not that high up. At this point, the 2 men discovered that they were paralyzed, unable to move, and Filiberto himself was levitated in full view of all 3 witnesses and abducted inside this object, which quickly flew off. As Filiberto was being...
Wow, look at that. It's picking him right up. I didn't know there were these photos. This is amazing. And he's holding on to the engine? Wow.
Lifted up, all 3 witnesses heard him screaming, "Don't take me, don't take me." But of course the object did, and immediately the 3 remaining people drove directly to the police and reported their story. The police began a search, and it was a few hours later that they found Filiberto in a field about 10 miles away from the original location.
It's truly amazing. I mean, this was the first familiar sight upon Cardenas' return to Earth. Ironically, it was a black automatic pistol on an orange buff-colored background on a big sign alongside the road that was illuminated by approaching cars as stumbled upon the highway. This sign was only a little over 100 feet from where Cardenas came out of the swampy grass of his debarkation point from the spacecraft. This sign helped definitely fix the location later. What are they? Yeah.
What do they mean? What do they mean?
Hey.
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields, these secrets in the fields.
All right, you feel better? $5 Jackie O pounder. Just taking it, throwing it, rolling it up in a little ball and saying, "Here! Take the $5, take the 5 pounds, whatever you want to call it. I don't need it anymore. Just give it to Goof on so he can keep up his. You know what? Give me. Come on. Give it to. Come on. Hurry up. No. Hurry up. Thank you. Let's do another one. Come on. Come on. You know what? I'm in a good mood today. One more time. Hit me one more time. Come on. One more time. There you go. A little more. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie O, a continuing supporter of Goof on. Mucho gusto, generoso, Jackie Oso. That's a little long now, right? We don't need to keep doing that anymore. You know, you got it, right? Very interesting story. What a great sighting. That's amazing. So Cardenas was brought back to Earth here. This reminds me, doesn't it remind you of Travis Walton? Jackie, you're so nice. Thank you. I love my show too. I really don't. I can't stand listening to it. I really don't. I never listen to it. I don't know how you guys do it. I can't stand me. After 2 minutes, if I'm not saying anything interesting, I'm gone. It's true. I check out. I'm joking.
He was quite disoriented, but appeared to be fine. He was reunited with his friends and his wife about 1 hour later. And the Hialeah, Florida Police Department filed an official report detailing this abduction of Filiberto Cardenas by a UFO. This account was told in the book UFO Contact from Undersea by Virgilio Sanchez Osejo and Wendell C. Stevens. This case generated quite a bit of attention in the UFO community, and in fact, Filiberto was interviewed by...
Why is he sitting in his bedroom, draped in a $200 robe, and his wife in her evening wear, like it was a Monday night while they're getting ready to watch Johnny Carson? Right? Brilliant. I just love life. I gotta tell you, there's so many different people out there. It's weird. It's just amazing. You ever walk into somebody's house and go, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn a lot today, right? You learn a lot about... If I go over somebody's house and it's a certain way, like really messy, dishes in the sink, that not from the same day. The rug hasn't been vacuumed, the floor hasn't been cleaned, the toilet bowl's got rings in it, and stains that can come out, and spotted glasses, dirty ice, and dented canned food. I'm out of there. Hey, that's a lot of strikes. You can tell a lot by how somebody is by their bathroom and kitchen. Nobody's tattoo. I'm sorry, Nobby's tattoo. My bad, I just glanced at it. $4.50 pounder. Love you, Violet Sky, huh? Do we have somebody here named Violet Sky? Love you. Thank you for the $4.50 pounder. $4.50 pounder. Oh, Shane, you leaving? What the All right. Got it, Shane. Thank you. Mucho gusto. Thank you, nobody. I'm turning into Biden. That's why. We'll give you the box. Mucho gusto, generoso. Very nice. Thank you very much. I think a first-time supporter of Goof On, if I remember correctly. So thank you for that. Glad you gave the show a chance. And if you liked what you heard and you want to continue, and this goes for all of you, you can, what was I going to say? Because I didn't think the music was supposed to start. Unbelievable. I got to get different producer now. This is like my 6th one in a year and a half. It's with you people. I didn't give you the signal. Thank you, Nobby's Tattoo. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the show. Mucho gusto, generoso. Hey, Fred Depp, he just took that money at $5 and he said, I don't need it, but I know somebody who could use... I can't. I gotta go. This is awful. Just awful. There. Thank you, Fred Depp. No sticker, no comment, just pure adrenaline that hit me right between the eyes. Thank you. And a continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. That does it. That's it. Gotta go. Yeah, after this show, we'll talk. Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Without you, all of this doesn't happen. Tomorrow's Halloween. We're going to have something special for sure. It's going to be, I don't know what time we're doing the show. Should be midnight tonight, but the Ouija board will be involved. Can't do it without you guys, so I appreciate it. Appreciate the help and support. And thank you, newcomers. Thank you. Signing up. Maybe you can subscribe. Maybe you want to, I don't know. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you, veterans, as well, for showing them the way. And all the moderators, thank you. Mucho gusto, generoso to everybody. I'm Rich Giordano for Goof On. Check your local listings for tomorrow, because there will be a special with the Ouija board and other devices to catch ghosts and ghouls. Be safe. Saturday in the UK, where truthology is ufology. Goodbye.